Hey guys, how's it going? So today I wanted to talk to you about Amaryllis because I am planting mine up today, and since we are nearing the end of October, I thought it would be a good time to remind you that if you want to plant Amaryllis, or if you've never done it and you want to try it, that you need to get your bulbs planted ASAP in order to enjoy their blooms throughout the holiday season. So it takes them approximately 5 to 8 weeks to bloom after you've planted them. So if I plant them now, then I'm pretty much guaranteed that I will see their blooms sometime during the Christmas season. So there are different kinds of bulbs. I thought I'd touch on that briefly. I brought a couple different types home so you can tell the obvious difference. This is called a Snow White. This is a double white amaryllis. They're gorgeous. I brought 5 of these home to plant in this container here. And then I have this one. This is called the Black Pearl. It's a deep, deep red, beautiful. So there is obviously a size difference, and that means there is going to be a difference in how many blooms there are. So this one is called a 24 plus size bulb. So this one will normally produce 1 to 2 stalks that are fairly, like maybe about this tall or so, and then they'll produce some flowers on each stalk. These ones right here will produce anywhere between 2 to 4. They usually produce 4 stalks, and they'll produce at least 4 blooms per stalk. So you'll get a huge amount of blooms off of this type of bulb, and a lot of times they call these colossal bulbs. So obviously there is a price difference. These are a little bit cheaper, but it really doesn't matter. They're both fun to plant, both fun to watch grow. So there are a couple of different ways you can plant them. This is how I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna plant them in soil. So you can see I've already put soil in both my containers. What you wanna do is put soil just to the level, so I've got it about right here, where the bottom of the bulb will sit right on top of the soil. I gotta take my tag off though, real quick. So we've set our bulb right on top of the soil. See how perfect that is? Just like that. And then I'm gonna add just a little bit more soil around the bulb, not very much. I don't want it to come up and go inside the bulb. I don't want any water or soil or moisture up around the top of that bulb. That's really important. You could also, at this point, instead of using soil, you can use little pebbles or rocks or something like that. But this helps keep the bulb nice and firmly in the pot so that once those stalks come up, it won't be so top heavy. It'll keep it nice and tight in the pot. And then at this point, after there's a little bit of soil, you can either finish up with rocks if that's what you're using as your top dress. I like to use a little bit of preserved sheet moss because I think it's really pretty. And I'm just gonna go around the top, just like this, and kind of just create a nice kind of green, pretty look for it. So now that this one is all done planted, all I have to do is water it in and put it on a bright windowsill. And I will really water it very sparingly until I start seeing the bloom stalks emerge. So I'm gonna do the same thing with this one here. Got quite a bit of soil in here already. So I'm just gonna plant my 5 bulbs, just kind of nest them in there, making sure that that soil isn't coming up all the way to the top of the bulb. This bowl is a little unruly. It's actually a container that goes inside of a chandelier. But I think it's really pretty. I think it's gonna look great with amaryllis in it, so I'll get a saucer to kind of nest it in. The other way to plant amaryllis bulbs is to plant them with just rocks and water, and it's really easy to do. You can do it in an actual amaryllis bulb vase. There are specific vases for it that are kind of formed to where the bottom bulb's out and then the neck skinnies down so that the bulb can sit right above the reservoir. And so what you do is you just fill that reservoir with stones and then put in just enough water to where the roots can find it, but not to where the water touches the bottom of the bulb because that can cause rot. I prefer to plant in soil because I feel like they anchor a little bit better, and eventually you'll need to take them out of that vase with the rocks and plant them in soil anyway, so this kind of eliminates one of the steps. Okay, I'm just gonna mess with this just a little bit more and get them all even in here. I did not divide my space well. Planting is all done, and I think they turned out really pretty. I just really like the moss. I like the containers that look aged, the really pretty patina. I think they're gonna fit really well into holiday centerpieces. So like I said, all I need to do is water them in, and then I'll water them very sparingly until I see some growth, and then I'll probably water them about once a week. They're a really low maintenance plant. They like a nice bright spot, but that's about it. They're pretty easy keepers. So the plan is to come back when they're blooming and looking gorgeous and show you guys midway. So we'll do a midway update. And that way you guys can really see the differences between what you get with each size of bulb. So you'll get to see the different size of stalks, the different sizes of flowers, and how many flowers there are. So we'll do that update, and then I plan to do an update after they're all bloomed out, and I'll talk about aftercare. So what you can expect for the next year, how to take care of them, where to put them, how to encourage them to bloom next year for you. It's really not that hard. I have pretty good luck with it. So I'm really excited to show you guys in a few weeks what these look like. And I hope that this was a helpful reminder that if you haven't been thinking about amaryllis, I know it's hard to think about it, especially even before Halloween, but you need to get them in the soil. You need to get them planted now in order to enjoy their blooms for the Christmas season. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, hey Dexter. Hi Kitty, you want some water? What are you doing? That moss smells kind of fishy. I wonder if he likes that. He's purring up a storm.
Is he?
Yeah. Good boy. He's not supposed to be on the kitchen counters, Aaron. My buddy. Such a good boy.